If you have a lot of money, you will get married. Otherwise, you will be a bachelor. That is the controversial view of the following countries when women become valuable, but also carry a price equal to the number. You will see China with a very high price list for wedding challenges. Husband sends his wife to heaven because the wedding fee is too high, or the scene of auctioning brides on Facebook in South Sudan. Even Vietnam is dragged in when many foreign websites use the word buy Vietnamese brides. And there are countless unimaginably thrilling things waiting for you in this video. Let's watch it all the time. China with an extremely high wedding challenge price list. You may already know that in China, there are 30 million more men than women. If so, why do men have to go to Vietnam to find wives while women still have no husbands? That's because Chinese urban women would rather marry than marry in the countryside, plus financial independence, so they tend to be single. In 2022, only 6.83 million couples in the country completed marriage registration out of a total of 1.4 billion people, an unprecedented record low. In 2023, it is slightly higher when it increases by 845,000 couples, which is calculated that only 5.4 couples for every 1,000 people are getting married. It is even more difficult when men want to have a wife to endure a very high wedding challenge. They usually have to pay the girl's family 10,000 to 1 million yuan, which can reach $13,000. In June 2023, mainland social networks were abuzz with a video of a man asking for marriage in an armored vehicle, carrying more than $135 million in cash and many gold bars as an engagement gift. In 2017, the controversy over the engagement gift angered a groom in Henan province, killing his wife on the wedding night. His family had to bear a debt of nearly $45,000 to take care of the $16,300 wedding challenge and cover the cost of the wedding party. That's the same marriage, but two fates. Speaking of which, the highest price list belongs to Shanghai when the wedding gift includes a house and $14,170 USD. Thus, in terms of income, an urban boy must save for 4 years and a rural boy must save for 12 years to take care of this money. That's why many counties in China have to impose a ceiling price, which sounds like electricity bills. Accordingly, Songyi County in Jiangxi Province set a limit of no more than $5,174 USD. Jiangning City set a milestone of $10,905 USD for rural families and $8,029 USD for civil servants. However, to solve this problem of a large number of singles, China has also opened the year-end love market in Guanyin Mountain and the matchmaking market in Shanghai, where parents go to the love market in the hope of finding a partner for their children. Whether you can find it or not is a matter of fate. Let's go to the most controversial market in the land of roses. Is the word virginity really that important? Beautiful girl in Bulgaria come to Virgin Bride Market. Bulgaria, the land of roses with sweet girls, has appeared a picky about husband festival for singles to find a wife for only $2,700 USD, especially when not a single matchmaker appears. You heard it right. Here, girls wear short skirts, brush mascara, wear a lot of jewelry, and wear high heels to dance, sing, and party. They naturally come into contact and chat with men as well as their parents. Then, if the man and woman have feelings for each other, they will discuss finances, agree on the two sides, and go home together. The amount of money a man spends on sending a girl home can increase if she is pursued by many people. Local laws also recognize this type of marriage. In fact, in Bulgaria, the gender imbalance still occurred, but there are more women than men. However, not every type of pick husband is supported by the world. For example, the bridal market, which involves 18,000 Romani people from the Kalaidji community, takes place about 4 times a year and is a place to sell virgin girls in Bulgaria. Prospective brides between the ages of 15-18, boys and girls are divided into groups, standing separately from each other. When two people have feelings, adults will show up to do the bidding work. Usually a bride costs $2,800 USD to $5,600 USD. Bargaining then will close and end with a wedding. No money, no talk. When the work is done, the bride will belong to the groom, so the market becomes the fastest place to find a partner in the world. But the most important thing is that girls must be virgins. Virgins, virgins. Therefore, parents will let their daughters leave school as soon as they have their first period to avoid temptation, and at the same time hope that they will have a better future life when they get married. What if the girl is no longer a virgin? Then her family will have to pay the money back, and the girl will be shunned by the whole community. Therefore, the market received a lot of criticism from the world public, denouncing this as an act of human rights violation. Some parents even forced their daughter, who is in grade 8, to miss school and not go to school to avoid being stolen by men. The opening day of the virgin market is the only day when girls are allowed to meet men, and future husbands are also forced to be part of their community. In the end, no one knows exactly when this market ended. Until now, I only heard about the auction of objects, and when I mentioned the bride to the auction, South Sudan was number 2. No one dared to take number 1. South Sudan warns of auctioning brides on Facebook. South Sudan is a country located in East Africa, separated from Sudan after years of civil war. It is one of the youngest countries in the world with a population of 13 million people and 200 different tribes, and the first child born when the country of South Sudan was founded in 2011 was named Independence. Unfortunately, this baby died a year after birth. However, what attracts people's attention is the fact that brides are often sold. Specifically, in 2018, a 17-year-old girl living in the Eastern Lake state of South Sudan was auctioned on Facebook, causing a stir in public opinion. Her picture was posted online with a line of information from the father. He wants to marry her daughter to the highest bidder. As a result, a total of 5 men participated in this bizarre auction. The winner was a wealthy man who was willing to pay 500 cows, 3 cars, and $10,000 to her family. Finally, the wedding ceremony was held quickly a week after the auction day. Whether the bride was happy or sad, you guessed it. Actually, it is not too surprising because according to statistics, more than 50% of girls in South Sudan are married before the age of 18, and 9 of the 10 countries with the highest rates of child marriage are in Africa. The cause comes from increasing conflict and drought, families choosing to marry their daughters for the price of 300 cows, 10 times more than in normal times. As a result, there are many opinions that South Sudan is the most dangerous place for women and girls. In the first half of 2018, about 2,300 cases of assault and abuse were reported. Sadly, every year in the world, about 12 million underage girls still have to get married, leaving serious consequences for their health and education. Moreover, South Sudan is also the homeland of the Latuka tribe, with the custom of the groom both stealing his wife. Accordingly, when a young man flirts, falls in love, and wants to marry her, the other guy will have to sneak into the girl's house and kidnap her and take her to his house. After that, he and the seniors in the family came to the house to meet the future father-in-law to ask for marriage. If the girl's father says yes, then the boy will be beaten by the father instead of agreeing. The audience of Top 10 Mysteries, let's speak up together to contribute to ending this situation by commenting, "No child marriage" at the bottom. Next is that Vietnam is also on this list. Why and specifically? Let's go to number 4. Vietnamese women are sold by foreigners. Recently, Vietnamese social networks were shocked when they learned that Outlook magazine in India published an article on June 6, 2024 with the headline, "The Best Vietnamese Brides to Order Online in 2024. It is known that this magazine has been operating for 29 years in India. Now it lists the top 5 websites containing information about Vietnamese women posting ads about themselves to find foreign husbands, accompanied by reviews of good or bad points. The magazine pointed out the positive points of Vietnamese brides, including considering their foreign husbands as the center of the universe, often younger than their husbands, and high fidelity. On the contrary, there are some disadvantages. That is, it is difficult for foreign men to fully understand a Vietnamese woman through online dating, spending a lot of effort to take care of immigration for Vietnamese wives. The article suggests that the average amount of money that foreign men need to prepare to get a Vietnamese wife is more than $16,000, of which the largest is a wedding that costs from $8,000 to $10,000. Previously, the Vietnamese press also said that from 2008 to 2020, the country had an average of about 18,000 citizens marrying foreigners each year, in which 72% are women and are mainly married to Taiwanese, Chinese, American, Korean, Responding to Outlook's article in India, Ms. Tran Thu Ha, a veteran journalist, said that the use of the word buy a wife is wrong, must be condemned. She also explained that the husband paying for the wedding and taking care of his wife is a long-standing cultural feature of Vietnam, which is respect, love, not buying. However, according to her, the downside of the trend of foreign marriage is that in Vietnam, there is a situation where beautiful, talented, and well-bred women go abroad. In the same situation, a website in China sells Vietnamese brides for 9,992 yuan, equivalent to 1506 USD, on the occasion of the annual 11/11 Singles Day shopping festival at Alibaba e-commerce group. The advertisement on the Taobao page reads, "Vietnamese bride shopping on the occasion of the first 20th day," posted with a photo of Chinese actress Zhang Ziyi with additional information that 98 packages are available in stock, ready to be shipped from Yunnan province to any place in China. By 4 p.m. on November 11th, this advertisement was taken down because it was cursed too much. Breaking the box of the new bride. Have you heard? So you are about to see that scene in the place where polygamy exists. Contempt for controversial brides in Malaysia. Friends, Malaysia is a constitutional monarchy in Southeast Asia, with a population of more than 30 million people with 30 different ethnic groups. First of all, it must be recognized that this is a place where many beautiful girls, long legs, who possess a pure face of first love, but an extremely sexy body. There is a reality that Malaysian men do not have enough money to marry more wives, which has made him regret the person he likes but can't have. In fact, polygamy is legal for Muslims in Malaysia, up to 4 wives. They think that this is a way to reduce the number of women who marry late, and one wife is too busy, let the second wife and third wife do repulse. Like the husband sees his wife is too tired, so marry 2 more wives to make his first wife less tired. And singer Azline Arifin in Malaysia tried to find a second wife for her husband so that she could focus on her career. There is also a Vietnamese woman named Mai Shuyen, who became the 4th wife of her husband named Moharam, who is more than 21 years old. In March 2024, the image of the groom and the 2 brides cutting wedding cakes and pouring champagne wine in Malaysia went viral and caused controversy on social networks. Obviously, the country has a ratio of 1,054 men per 1,000 women, so why would women accept cohabitation? However, recently a third of the applications for more wives in the country have been rejected by the courts because of concerns that husbands cannot provide financial support and treat all wives equally. In addition, this country also had a time of outrage when the trend of smashing unboxed newlyweds broke out. Accordingly, videos of Muslim couples standing in front of a mirror and the groom tasked with removing each layer of accessories and jewelry on the bride's body have attracted thousands of opinions online. Most opinions think that this is disrespectful to the bride. Finally, there is Egypt, where women use contracts to force their husbands to obey. How high is the status of women in Egypt?
And he had the audacity to invite her to a
Egypt, a country located in North Africa and West Asia, with a population of 111 million people, has more rights here than the rest of the world. The proof is that many Egyptian women have become queens who ruled the country for a long time. For example, Queen Hatshepsut ruled Egypt from 1479 BC to 1457 BC. In addition, when they get married, the rights are also guaranteed with white paper and black ink. Archaeologists have found a 2,480-year-old marriage contract written on a nearly 2.5-meter-long papyrus scroll in hieroglyphics. Accordingly, the wife named on the contract will receive 1.2 silver coins and 36 bags of grain per year for the rest of her life. However, this person will have to pay the future fiancé 30 silver coins in advance for the contract to take effect. In another marriage contract, the husband must list all the private property that the wife brings with her when she returns to the same house. At the same time, the husband must commit to return everything in the event of a divorce. Professor Janet H. Johnson found that the terms of the contract are extremely beneficial to the wife. In addition, the country has the concept of temporary marriage to help the most disadvantaged families marry their daughters. Start fresh at a gentle price of 9 USD, cheaper than one meal. The agreement ends when the foreign husband returns to the country. It is known that the total cost of a wedding in Egypt today is about 6,000 USD, 11 times the average annual expenditure per capita. If a man is from the poorest class of society, he will have to save his income for 8 consecutive years to pay for a wedding. As a result, many people do not get married until they are 40, 50 years old. For example, Ahmed Mohammed Saeed had a stable job and wanted to get married, but was rejected by his girlfriend's family, because after 2 years, he did not earn enough money, more than 20,000 USD, to buy a private apartment and buy furniture for the couple. That's why many mass weddings have been held with the state budget for dozens of couples at the same time in Egypt. Not to mention that the population of Egypt is growing so fast that the government has to pay an annual allowance to women with no more than 2 children in the amount of 1,000 Egyptian pounds, equivalent to $20. Today's video is over. Thank you for watching so far. Don't forget to give Top 10 Mystery 1 like and 1 subscribe. Now goodbye and see you again in the next videos.
With